Happy Halloween. That was creepily good. Jesus. It's Halloween. Welcome to the Koffin Click podcast. As always, I am Jeff, and I'm here with...
Justin. October rust season is well upon us.
And
Rest
it's
in peace, Peter Steele.
And this is Juan, the spooky Juan.
Your new job is to have a pun like that. I think you've had a pun like that every episode so far, and I absolutely love it.
Almost,
Yes, it is Friday, October 31st. Otherwise, well, at least in the States, Halloween. Kind of the premise and why we started this podcast to talk about scary movies, but by far my favorite holiday.
Yep.
And maybe we'll
That's
get
all I got left, boys and girls.
It's one of my favorite holidays.
Maybe after we talk about these movies, or maybe even during talking about these movies, you guys will get to know us a little bit better, because I kind of want to because I believe that these three movies that we did this time, kind of in a non-creepy way, touch each of us. Yeah, that sounded terrible, but I mean, just as
you might as well have said it in a non-sexual manner.
That's what made me chuckle.
As an aesthetic for the season, especially when we get to the last one. But so the three movies we have.
Funny thing, spirit fingers. That's also how you clap in sign language. Sorry, podcast. I gotta tell you, Jeff just did the thing from I forgot what's the name of
Saturday Night Live. God, what was her name?
Where you put your hands underneath your armpits and you pull it out real fast and then smell it. I forgot what the name of that character was.
McKinnon?
No,
I forgot.
hold
It was
on.
before then, yeah. Because I watched the very beginning of some of the current cast for some reason, even though it's all weird now. But no, it had to have been before her, even though she's pretty damn funny.
No, but that was her skit though, because it was an SNL skit.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the only one I remember is the church lady,
Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Yes.
Right.
She was the first time somebody did that.
That was the character.
Right.
Who was the actress?
Because they made a movie about that too.
They did, and that's what.
They made a movie about the Mary Catherine Gallagher girl.
Right.
Yeah.
The movie was actually called Superstar.
Superstar. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Molly Shannon.
Molly Shannon, yes.
An SNL goat in my eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I haven't done that in years, by the way. Spirit Fingers. God, I want to watch that movie now. Anyway, the three movies that we were talking about today are Sleepy Hollow, Dawn of the Dead, and Trick or Treat, which is probably one of the best anthology movies I've ever watched. But, and I kind of have some questions as each of these films, after we do the ratings and everything, for you guys that kind of encompass these movies in a way.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So Sleepy Hollow came out November 17th, 1999. Directed by none other than Tim Burton. Why? Because it has Johnny Depp in it. Written by Washington Irvin, Kevin Yeager, and Andrew Kevin Walker. And as the aforementioned Johnny Depp, this movie stars Johnny Depp as Ichabod Crane, Christina Ricci as Katrina Van Tassel, Miranda Richardson as Lady Van Tassel, Jeffrey Jones as Reverend Steenwick, Richard Griffiths as Magistrate Phillips, and Christopher Walken as the Headless Horseman. Which, during this film, I know he doesn't really talk, but Suicide Kings is one of my favorite movies with him.
Yeah.
So I always wait for the Headless Horseman to go, yeah, and he looked at me wrong, so I beat him with a tire iron. Or no, what was it? You're talking to that guy all wrong. Talk to him like that again, I'm going to get a tire and I'm going to break the kneecaps. Had he said that in this film, I don't think anybody would have messed with him.
Okay, real quick. I'm glad you mentioned that because that was one of my notes. I said if I was saying Christopher Walken did not talk in this movie, but if he did, this would have been a whole different movie.
Yeah.
But he did play one hell of a good.
Was that the same movie
Horseman.
with I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Why would you do that? I can't do a Walken, but yeah.
I couldn't do one. I can't do one either, but I so wanted to do one.
This would have been the most Italian Puritan thing in the world.
Right. But he played a great horseman, though.
He did.
For not talking.
Also, makeup-wise, the teeth, it throws me off because he doesn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's just like, oh my God, it's Christopher Walken. He's going to say something completely outrageous.
Not a word. He growls at the end.
He does. And I think he does say something at the end when he grabs her head.
No, he just kisses her. He just makes a weird, crazy face and he kisses her.
Christopher Walken. Right. Looking like Jaws from James Bond, not the shark.
No, I know.
Right,
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
So
I know both well.
My fun facts for this movie are Sleepy Hollow is a real-life village located in Westchester County, New York. Washington Irving, writer of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which came out in 1820, used to live in the nearby village of Tarrytown. This movie and Bringing Out the Dead in 1999 were the last movies to be released on Laserdisc. So they were still releasing movies on Laserdisc in 1999. You want to talk about the end of an era before Y2K? Raw is Jericho. Anyway,
I like Chris Jericho.
I need him to come back once still as freaking Y2K.
Yeah, you and I have been talking about it since we were watching AEW. Anyway, side note with that, top ponytail, weird goatee, Girltron with the essentially just the whole Y2K gimmick. So, back to Sleepy Hollow, which did not have Chris Jericho in it. In his memoirs, Christopher Lee credited Tim Burton for revitalizing Lee's then floundering film career, which he had experienced a brief slump after the failure of Gina, which came out in 1998, which is a movie I haven't seen, so I'm kind of curious why it killed his career. Because this man was in The Howling 2, Your Werewolf's a Bitch Sister, or whatever it was.
The she-bitch.
Yeah. with Sheba? Was that her? Anyway, go back a few episodes. We did a whole werewolf episode, and it wasn't really all that good. Anyway, Lee expressed that this was the film that made him become more recognized in the public eye and helped him receive the role of Saruman in The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring in 2001, and later the role of Count Dooku in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So not only do we owe Robert Englund for getting Mark Hamill in the Star Wars, we owe Tim Burton for revitalizing Christopher Lee's career to be in Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, which, ironically, are two fandoms that are opposed. Just watch Clerks 2. Anyway, the dress worn by Katrina Van Tassel, Christina Ricci's character, in the last shot of the movie has the same pattern as Michael Keaton's outfit in the climactic scene of Beetlejuice, also directed by Tim Burton. Nice fucking model. Honk honk. What?
Okay, so Sleepy Hollow. Let's see. I put it here. Now this is a amalgamation of, well, in my mind, of a couple of different movies all merged into one. I thought this was a movie. Let's see. The best way I put it is CSI meets Witches of Eastwood.
Witches of Eastwood.
Yeah, Eastwood meets the original Disney Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow.
The Legend of Ichabod Crane.
Yeah, The Legend of Ichabod Crane, and then all rolled into one. So that's what made me think of this movie when I rewatched it this time.
For the CSI bit, is that what you said?
Yeah, the CSI bit.
For the CSI bit,
he's a detective.
The reason for that is because Tim wanted to take Ichabod's qualities that like people hated, and his attention to detail and being just anal about a lot of things. Right. So that's why Johnny did it the way that he did it, is because of that's what Tim wanted. Right.
So that's where I got the Ichabod part from, the Disney part, because as you guys remember, the cartoon version, he was always pointing out details and stuff like that, and the school teacher, he liked the school teacher, and because he was intelligent and she was intelligent, and everybody in the town was stupid, according to the Disney one.
They really were.
Yeah.
They really were.
Right. And he hated how stupid everybody in the town was in the Disney version.
And that's that,
cartoon.
I think the Disney version is like The Legend of Ichabod Crane, and then like Mr. Toad.
Right.
It's like, the two movies in one, and it's just like, oh, it's this really cool story about Ichabod Crane, and then here's this story about a toad in court. Thanks, Disney.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did like that the route that he took in this movie as far as making Ichabod instead of just I forgot what he was in the cartoon, but was he the teacher or was he in love with the teacher? No, he was the teacher.
Yeah.
So instead of him being a teacher in this one, like I said, he was a detective and he was all about science or whatever. And then the background, the flashbacks, I guess you could say, is when he was a child, how his mom, well, the way I took it, his mom was a witch.
Yeah.
But he didn't really say that. She said she was a free spirit or whatever.
Magic is bullshit. Science.
Yeah, exactly. And then his dad was
Dexter.
right. His dad in the movie, the little, like I said, little sequences where they showed his dad reminded me a lot of the other Disney movie, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The guy in that movie, that religious dude.
Oh,
Notre Dame.
No, I don't know which it actually is. Anyway.
Notre Dame. Anyway,
yeah, Notre Dame. I think that's what I said, but I meant Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Right.
Count Frollo.
Yeah.
Count Frollo.
Hey, to me, that's what this character, even though we only saw little images of him, that's what it popped into my head as,
That's real close to Frodo, I just realized.
But,
Frodo.
Let's see, what else?
Disney and New Line be beefing, yo.
Oh, I already mentioned that one.
Let's not.
No, I know, I'm kidding.
Let's not do that.
So another thing that relates to the Disney one that I really like that they put into this movie is, I just wrote it down real quick, that way I made sure not to forget it, is the scene where the guy was pranking Ichabod and they did the little fake horseman thing and they threw the pumpkin at him.
Oh, God, yeah.
The flaming pumpkin, and it hit him in the face and he just fell off the horse.
Yeah.
I always thought that was so funny.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, because he was freaked out just like the cartoon and everything.
I want to see somebody take that scene of him getting hit and then just superimpose the dead thing from GTA, or like the wasted graphic from GTA.
Yeah.
Or what would have been really funny is when he got up, he started acting like Jack Sparrow. That would have been good too.
That's how we got.
Is this?
Right.
What is this?
That's just Tim rolls everything into one.
Yeah.
Right.
Johnny creates the blueprint that would become Jack Sparrow.
Right. Now I do gotta say that I thought this movie was kind of all over the place. To me, I mean, it was a good movie. I liked it, but it was all over the place because it was like witchcraft. It was like parts of the original Disney version of Sleepy Hollow. I mean, I don't know if this was this based off of a book?
This was based off of Washington Irving's Legend of Sleepy Hollow in 1820.
Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah. So then.
And plus, it being Tim Burton, of course, it was going to include everything to do with the original. That's actually the question that I have for you guys after this.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll get back to that. Okay. So then, so I just was curious of how close this was to the book. Like, was the original Ichabod Crane a detective or what? I'm not sure. I guess I just answered your question that you had, but and then another thing I thought was funny about this movie is a lot of these actors, I've seen them in other things, and I don't know if this was before those movies or after those movies. The one thing that I thought was most funniest when I saw him in this movie, it was like, holy shit, it's the scientist from Howard the Duck.
So there's a scene where they're all the magistrates are in a room, and I'm like, oh my God, it is, oh my God, from Beetlejuice. It's Lydia's dad,
Yeah,
and then Harry's uncle from the first Harry Potter film,
which is also the
Vernon.
Scientist from
Howard
the Duck.
I was like, oh, it's like, just like this movie in terms of like Tim's casting is just the most Tim Burton film.
Yeah, basically.
But yes, I do like how Tim Burton pulls a lot of things from his other movies into movies that are Easter eggs and stuff.
The original Ichabod Crane from Washington Irving's short story was not a detective. He was a school teacher.
Okay, so it was
the idea of him being a police officer or detective is a later invention, most famously seen in the 1999 movie adaptation.
Oh, okay. So then he was originally a school teacher. All right. So yeah, so that's some of my notes about this movie. I wish I would have had more, but The one that I already mentioned, the Christopher Walken, I really liked the fact that he was the. Oh, I didn't write in a note, but I also liked, not to jump ahead, but I liked the fact that the little girl, the one that got him originally killed and beheaded, was actually the villain of this movie, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought that was interesting.
She did. I believe that was...
right. I actually did not see that coming the first time I watched. I never seen that coming the first time I watched this movie, and usually I'm pretty good about predicting how movies go, but that one kind of threw me. I mean, I wasn't expecting that one.
And you said it too, and it's kind of true. This movie is kind of all over the place.
Right.
Like it's like bam, and then it tries to catch up with itself, and then Johnny, Ichabod figures that out. He's like, oh, this is what happened, and then spooky magic ensues, and then it's just like, oh, movie's over, got it.
But
Thanks,
another funny, interesting thing about this movie is the whole reason why this movie takes place is because the people in the city didn't like the way he was, and that it was like, because they were like, "Oh man, this guy's fucking us up. Let's get him out of here."
This guy's ruining all of our plans.
Right, send him to the sticks.
Yeah, go live in the country.
Right.
Oh, he did it. Never mind.
Yeah, we're good. He did.
And then I like that they gave him a ballet too, the little kid, because nobody wanted that little kid
Oh,
in there. So they
God, man. Like, that little boy that was with Ichabod this entire movie, like, Ichabod would do something, the little kid would be like, I told you, these people are fucking nuts, man.
Right, yeah. I like the little kid in this movie. His attaché or whatever you want to call him.
This is the first time, actually this is the second time we have a chance to talk about him, but I didn't do it when we did Nightmare on Elm Street. I have seen every Johnny Depp film ever made.
I think I've seen probably almost all of them.
Johnny Depp, and it's, growing up through the 90s and the early, I'm alive now, but growing up 90s, 2000s when he was definitely becoming relevant.
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. Donnie Brasco. Seeing even, like some of his other films that I don't feel like are as well known, like Cry Baby, Ed Wood.
Oh, I like Cry Baby.
Benny and June.
Oh, I like that one too. That's
and then weird foreign films like Chocolat, which does not have anything to do with chocolate, mind you. I was very upset.
Oh, me too. I was like, what the hell? I was like, this has nothing to do with chocolate.
The day that I rented that, I had also rented a movie called Blood and Chocolate, which was a movie about werewolves.
Did you have a sweet tooth that day?
I probably did. I'd found food films, and none of them had to do anything with food. I was upset.
Was it Blockbuster?
No, it was Family Video or something.
Oh, I remember that place.
No.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know or are too young to know, we used to have to drive to rent movies.
Yeah.
And it was the greatest way to find, because you just
had kind, rewind.
You just had to look at the cover of a movie and go, is this something I would like to watch? 9 times out of 10 it was yes, especially in my case. I remember a few times I go into the video store, I'd come up with a movie or whatever, and I can't remember any of the movies, but I'd go up to the counter and the clerk would be like, this movie sucks. Thanks, I'm still gonna go home and watch it. Thank you for preemptively telling me it sucks.
Right.
And then I'd come back and be like, it did suck.
Shout out to Clerks.
Oh,
yeah, oh my God, yeah.
Clerks.
I've had many Randalls in my life.
This thing is fucking terrible, man. Why
Though-
are you doing this?
though, actually-
Or whatever it is.
Actually,
yeah.
Speaking of which, Halloween themed, to stay on. Anyway, Halloween memory of mine. Me and my friend Nick. We went to the video store and we rented 2 movies, and they both have impacted my life in different ways. Biker Zombies from Detroit.
I've never seen that one. I'm not.
Yeah, you don't. And Jeepers Creepers, the first one.
Oh yeah.
We threw on Biker Zombies from Detroit, and there's this scene with a lady who gets eaten by these biker zombies who just happen to be from Detroit. It's in the title. But the thing that I remember, there's two scenes from this movie that I remember. Was one, the beginning of the scene in the beginning of this movie, the lady's going to get eaten and she gets punched. They don't show it. She gets punched. or like Claudette. And I shit you not, 15 seconds later, blood hits the brick wall and the title of the movie comes up. Like, I don't know why there was such a delay. And at some point in this movie, it's daylight, and one of these, again, aforementioned biker zombies puts his dirt bike up to another guy's crotch and does a burnout. Now, I thought Jeepers Creepers was going to be in the same vein. It's not, I can tell you that much.
We should cover that movie.
We will. That is another.
Creepers is good.
That's another one of those movies. A lot like Scream. That's something like me and my friend had found. Nobody told us about it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it's like, oh hey, that's the guy who sold Dell computers.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Justin Long.
I love Justin Long.
But
I listen to his podcast.
That's probably one of my favorite Halloweens, aside from the time that I dressed up as a garbage can. No, I wasn't Oscar.
Come on,
no,
missed
hold on.
opportunity.
No, this was not a missed opportunity because I don't feel like kids are creative nowadays like this.
Right.
I went as a garbage can, and I sealed up my legs, and I had my I tore up a garbage can, and like being younger, my friend's dad bought it for us because me and Nick had done this. I didn't realize how much they were, and had I known, I wouldn't have asked. They're expensive, but anyway, it was like one of those big heavy duty ones from Menards. But we cut leg holes and arm holes out, and we went as trash cans. And like I said, we sealed the best we could, like our legs.
Right.
And we just told people to toss the candy in. You would not realize how much candy I'd got that. Because like people were like, had just started, like it was just like, oh hey, it's still light out. Everybody's trick-or-treating. I had some guy dump like a whole big-ass bucket of like Tootsie Rolls. I don't know if he just was sick and tired of us already. It's like 5 minutes in the trick-or-treating. Dude was like, I ain't doing this, and just dumped it in. And I was walking around, and I was like, oh, it works.
Did you get anybody walk up to you and be like, oh man, this candy's trash, and throw it in your can?
No.
Or the wrappers after they ate it?
No, I did something far worse.
Oh yeah. You didn't go to the bathroom in your can, did you?
No. For those of you who haven't guessed it, I'm a wrestling fan.
I took a shit in the can.
Right, yeah. I was
this candy shit.
Right. I'm a wrestling fan, so like I said, me and my friend both went as these trash cans, and we were on top of this hill, and I thought it'd be funny to drop kick my friend in his outfit. So I did, and I knew where he went because there was a very long trail of candy. And this was before Family Guy had come out, so I felt very much like James Wood, and I was doing my best doing the ooh piece of candy, ooh piece of candy. But yeah, so like Halloween memories, like Sleepy Hollow, like just the Johnny Depp thing and whatnot. But like that's a huge segue. I absolutely love this movie. I think this is one of Tim Burton's best films not of story, but in terms of a color palette, and that probably makes me sound hipster-esque, but like the muted colors to also match. When you can get your color palette to match how the people are supposed to feel and act towards Ichabod, whoever your main character is, I think Tim's one of the best at it.
Oh yeah.
Because this movie also has the same color palette as Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
I
also
mean,
Tim Burton and Johnny
colors,
Depp.
I mean,
Corpse Bride, yeah. And
Corpse Bride,
the most, and my daughter was watching, or we were watching Corpse Bride, and she was like, "Why is everything so dark?" And I was like, "It's just the palette of the movie. Everybody's really,
Somber,
it's somber. That's an amazing word for it. Like somber, and just sad, and just depressed. And then you get to the underworld, and it's
colorful,
vibrant and colorful, and it's like, oh, that's wicked." Last thing about Johnny Depp. A couple days ago, my son goes, "Daddy, I want to watch the movie with the guy for scissors with his hands." I said, "Well, there's only one movie that I know of," and I put on Edward Scissorhands.
Right.
And my kids, at least my two bigs, sat there and watched it. And it freaked me out because they weren't running around doing anything else. Like, it came on and it grabbed them. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna remember this movie for a rainy day.
that's because it wasn't just Jack Sparrow.
Right? As Winona Ryder.
As far as
Jeff, I gotta say, I like that. That's cute. When you just
no,
said,
I
you
mean
call your
his
kids.
characters. It's not just Jack Sparrow that grabs you. It's like all of them.
And it has
Right.
one of my favorite actors of all time in the beginning, Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Well,
Vincent
anyways, let me
Price
finish
is
what I was
awesome.
saying.
Oh, yeah,
So
right.
I think that's really cute. You said my bigs.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool. I never heard anybody say it like that before. I
Yeah,
like
the
that.
two older ones, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, two older ones.
Our
My
bigs.
bigs. I never heard anybody say that before. That's
Um,
right. I like that.
But in terms of this movie, this had a grip on me in like, in '99? Yeah. This movie had a chokehold on me. I wanted this to be my entire aesthetic. It's as like a period piece, which this isn't what it's classified as, but like the costuming and story like this, I think this is a really good movie to watch around Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
It has a lot of different elements to it.
Shout out to Christina Ricci being a big Billy Badass actress, as we discuss on here sometimes.
So
Because it's not just this one. I mean, it's so many others. I mean, even weird crap like Black Snake Moan.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that movie too.
So Johnny Depp was kind of weirded out that Ichabod was supposed to be like that. Christina Ricci, like the
Love interest?
the love interest, because Johnny I think was 24 at the time, and Christina Ricci was in her teens.
Yeah.
Right.
And at this time, Johnny was dating Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
So like that was good on Johnny for being like, it's fucked up.
Yeah, this is kind of jacked up here. Hey, Tim, you see my issue here, dog?
Well, it is.
So then Tim shifted gears, and when he married Helena Bonham Carter, all of Tim Burton's movies were just Johnny Depp trying to choke out his wife.
Well, I gotta say, at the time period, that actually did happen a lot. The time period that this movie was supposed to take
100%,
place,
yeah.
where men were marrying women that just became women and stuff like that.
I
Older men.
also
was
love
very much a thing
the
back then.
historical piece
Right.
of all the men wearing wigs.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I just like you completely forget about it, like that was a thing, because obviously we didn't grow up with that, at least in terms of like
Actually,
the noblemen of it.
the funny fact is, being
the
from
founding
that,
fathers.
growing up from the time that I grew up in, where that kind of
They're
thing,
not Matt and Nick Jackson.
that kind of
the-
thing
the-
was
the
frowned
actual
upon,
ones.
if you know what I mean. The generation that I'm from, where they did not tolerate men being feminine or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which I thought was hilarious, because I used to point out people all the time, because I was always smarter than people thought I was. I'd be like, not that long ago, men used to wear wigs. Hello. And they're like, no, man. I was like, whatever, dude.
My argument,
They used to wear makeup too, white face. Hello.
not to be like woke or political or anything like that, because that's not what we do here. I just want to
Right.
point something out. I've known men that have been like, "Oh, men dressing up as women, it's really weird." This, that, and the other thing.
That's what I'm talking about. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Right.
You have explicitly told me that you listened to Twisted Sister and Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Did you not know what they look like?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Or Kiss.
Kiss.
I was like, hello.
Bon Jovi. That man had a helicopter for his hairdresser.
It's like, hello, McFly. Hello.
Poison. Not Bret Michaels.
Bret Michaels,
Right,
yeah.
Michaels,
You gonna tell me that men can't be feminine?
Right. Prince.
Like
Hello.
Prince. Was it a different category all on his own?
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
That man was, but he was just Prince.
Yeah.
Right.
Made people pancakes after he beat him in basketball. Anyway, back to the Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, that's kind of all I had. It's.
Fair enough. Okay.
I mean, it's a good movie. The last time I seen it forever ago. But
So the kill count, y'all. Kill count is 47 kills for Sleepy Hollow. Believe it or not.
Wow. Oh, because okay, that makes sense.
All the people that the Headless Horseman killed.
So there's a
I
scene.
also counted the scenes
Christopher
where
Walken
yeah,
killed.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a scene.
I wish one of us could do that imitation.
Yeah.
I was so hoping that because I was gonna do one, but I know it would have never worked. But I could try it.
Try it.
Try it.
Okay. Let's see. my head got cut off, and this is what happens. I don't know if that's
yeah.
but
It's no that was close. It's
close, but it's just I don't know what the hell it even
I
is.
can't do his actual voice, but I know that's his cadence of talking.
Walken's cadence of talking reminds
like
me
this
of
deflected nasal thing that like I don't not many people can do.
Right.
To me,
Yeah.
Like
that's
making the sound effects is easy, but doing his cadence is hard because I honestly feel like Walken's cadence, whether this is intentional or not, is the same cadence that Captain James T. Kirk had.
Yes, exactly.
Because it sounds like he forgot his fucking lines.
Yeah.
except just heavily Italian. Like
instead of Italianish, instead of
I
like
mentioned
Kirkish,
that to my wife before
To
coming over here. I was like, man, I wish I could do it, but I know it sounds. Whenever I do it, I always sound like Captain Kirk.
Because Walken, like if you like, I'm sure they've talked before or have done something together. I want to hear a conversation between Christopher Walken and Jeff Goldblum, because like where Chris will talk and the spaces will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Goldblum can rattle off like three paragraphs in just the space of Christopher talking. Like
the pause, the one Christopher Walken pause,
So I think it'd be a very fun conversation for them to have.
Or hell, even Shatner and Walken, like Shatner trying to do Kirk again and Walken having a conversation would be
I was
great.
gonna say that'd be good too.
God,
Walken and Kirk.
If we're talking about people talking slow, an amazing conversation would be Christopher Walken, William Shatner, and Scott Hall.
Oh my god. So you were in space and stuff.
Chico. just rattling through toothpicks. Anyway, huge segue. But yeah, Koffin ratings?
I'll go first. I would give this movie 3 coffins. I thought it was, like I said, like I first mentioned, I thought it was a great amalgamation of the 3 things that I mentioned earlier, so I thought it was pretty clever. A new take on Sleepy Hollow.
I'm going to give this 3.5. I do think it's a good Halloween movie. I do enjoy it, but I'll put this movie on, I'll watch it, and every time I get done watching Sleepy Hollow, it's like, I just could have watched From Hell. Like, he plays a detective going after Jack the Ripper. Like, it's the same thing. Like, except there's drugs in the other one, so, like, let's go.
Yeah.
But the scene that I enjoy in this movie, because we've talked about it before on the pod, is when he figures everything out. Like, everybody's got the cut on their hand. There's the conspiracy behind everything. I was hoping he'd put the David Caruso CSI glasses on and be like, let's get beheaded or something like that. Just make some stupid pun, and then you just hear "Wow" in the background. It would have been amazing.
Well, he does put goofy glasses on.
Oh, the
magnifying.
I was just thinking of the CSI glasses.
Right. 3.5. I think Juan mentioned it. This is pretty much like a Jackson Pollock painting, except as a movie.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Like 3 even coffins for me, probably.
So,
from what I remember.
Good reference.
Very good reference. So my question to this one, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep this as a thing in future episodes, but it being Halloween, and I kind of want to talk about what Halloween means to us. What's your favorite Halloween spooky story?
Spooky story?
I mean, in terms of a legend,
just any lore thing.
Yeah, any lore, because I think this movie and the last movie we'll talk about on the pod really just grips, what Halloween is. So.
Trying to think, you gotta caught me off guard.
No, that's fine. So for each of these, I'll answer the question, and then I'll go so you guys can think.
Okay.
But no, go ahead, Jeff.
Oh no, if you have yours.
I mean, honestly, it's gonna sound. I mean, because it's all paranormal, but it's also very prevalent to our real life. I just got done the other night. We actually did watch the last Conjuring movie, Conjuring Last Rites. and it was basically just like a send off for the Warrens, even though they both passed like I don't know however many years ago now, and it was sad, obviously, because. And yeah, it just made me come to mind. So yeah, just like anything like paranormal that like has some sort of basis in life, like real life. Like I'm always fascinated by that stuff. I guess this is fine to tell people, but me and my wife and her best friend just sit and watch like the Ghost Adventures crew and all that stuff all the time. Kind of. Yeah, I mean that stuff's just fascinating to me, because like yeah, you'll say oh it's just some stuff and da-da-da, they can't prove anything. But, like, just the fact that they're trying to get these evidences and EVP audio noise and things, like, there's science based in that, even though it's on paranormal stuff. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And, like, I don't know, that's always been fascinating to me. And then even, like, the side on, like, the Warrens being passed, and I don't even know if their estate or, like, their daughter or anything kept up. But, like, they were like the last ones of like trying to fight whatever could be in real life to like mess with people. So it's like whatever will come or won't come or whatever you want to believe is just gonna happen. And
yeah.
We don't got nothing.
Yeah, definitely one way or another.
We don't got nothing, you know, because the Warrens were like the last people who have a basis in real life that were trying to like go after stuff like this and like get rid of cursed objects and yeah. I don't know. So that's always kind of been fascinating to me, like.
That sounds like a freaking cannon.
You know, or like the old like
right.
Japanese stories of like samurai swords that would like curse the hell out of the user and like stuff like that. I've always been fascinated by like the history based like objects and like I don't know. I mean, sure that's probably just like an upgrade from like tchotchkes or whatever, but I mean that's always kind of been fascinating to me. Kind of like Indiana Jones crossed with horror, right?
Yeah.
It belongs in a museum, but it's freaky, so don't touch it.
It's funny that you bring up tchotchkes because, you know, after Halloween, you know, like what do we have? You get in Thanksgiving and you know, Christmas, and me and my mom always bake, and growing up in a Polish household, sort of. I was like, what's that damn cookie with the jam in the middle? And I said everything but kolachki.
Yeah.
And my wife, when she moved up this way, had no idea what any of that stuff was.
Ugh.
And like she saw the spelling of it, she was like, "What is this?" I was like, "That says kolachki." No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. I promise you. What?
So with me, well, I would have to say honestly, this is my number one favorite holiday. So for me, like I mentioned earlier, or I might have mentioned in the last podcast, my wife likes to call me a human contradiction. So I would always, and with me, I would always say I'm a big history buff. So for me, the aspect of the actual history of Halloween is one of the things I love the most about Halloween. Yeah, Samhain for one. The fact that it's all a Hallows Eve.
Or did I cross out my ancient holiday names?
Right. So we'll get to it when we talk about the last movie, but it's pronounced Samhain and not Samhain.
Oh, okay.
Well, then where did Samhain even come? Because like I've looked up stuff before.
Americans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
And then the fact
Stupid
like the history and the way Halloween
not
was
literally,
created.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but the history, the way Halloween was created,
Ignorance
like all
is bliss,
Hallows
my
Eve,
friend.
You know, all Hallows Eve, the fact
No, it's
how.
not.
So the fact that how the fact that trick or treating and the reason why we start dressing up, the history of all that, those are all the things that I love about Halloween. Is
The
that
pictures of like the freaky 1902 kids, and that was actually pictures taken on Halloween in those years.
Right.
Those
Like,
are
I love that
and
shit.
Those are some of the creepiest costumes in the world.
Right. Well, that, and plus not only that, it's the summer solstice and things about that.
Oh,
have
yeah,
to do
there's-
with Halloween, and it's supposed to be the actual dying of summer, or the winter and going
Fall
into
harvest
winter, fall, and all that is
into the spring.
is the rebirth and all that kind of stuff is basically
And
it's part of
Dune
the whole
spice is
rebirth.
orange, and orange is only in the fall.
Right, because fall is considered the death of the year, and then summer's like the rebirth of the year.
Spring,
all
yeah,
that kind of spring, you know, all that stuff.
Has to do with the Green Man and everything else.
And it all rolls into Halloween. And like I said, the history of Halloween, the reason why we dress up is to, like, a lot of people believe is to ward off evil spirits and to disguise yourself so the demons can't get you, and, you know, all that aspect. If you look into all that stuff, if you watch history or documentaries about the holiday and stuff, you'll find out what I'm talking about. But all those things are the reason why I love Halloween. Not to mention, it's a good reason to scare the shit out of friends and loved ones.
Yeah.
I love it. Everything about this holiday just jazzes me up.
This probably
10 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly. 10 out of 10, pretty
this
much.
probably leads into like the reason why I do the D&D thing and whatnot. But
Not to mention, it's a good reason to drink.
that's very true. Ooh, okay. I just thought of something I want to do next week, or today.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I
Adito.
yeah. So I'm just gonna post it anyway. I don't care. Anyway, I don't know if this lends to like my ability to create stories, but kind of based on what you're talking about, the lore, and the history. I love the stories people have written, like the legends of things, like the reason why we have jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, stuff like that, yeah.
And no pun intended, but one of my favorite Halloween stories is Sleepy Hollow, the Legend of Ichabod Crane. I wish I
Watch
still.
those every Halloween.
I wish I still, and plus, like, and before, you know, this movie, the live action version, I watching the Disney version, like that style of animation is something I wish we would go back to. I know it wouldn't make a difference for anything, but it's nostalgia. It's an aesthetic, and I fully understand that. And I'm before this episode ends, I'm going to get kind of sappy.
The difference would be fine because somehow they put 1986 Transformers in a 4K DVD. So
you're right, but yeah, which I don't understand when you do it with animation. Like, it can't get crispier, I promise you. But I had found, I wish, and I've been all over the internet, and I know I'm not gonna find it. And I can't even remember the dollar store that I got it from. But they used to sell Halloween stories on a cassette tape.
Oh, I remember those.
And they're in a DARPA warehouse somewhere. That's what.
You're probably right. But I had found...
It was part of MK Ultra or something.
Right.
It's in Area 51.
I had found a Legend of Sleepy Hollow one.
Oh, awesome.
And I remember it was the afternoon. We got home, went into my room, popped it in. Like, my big ass cassette player was obviously not moving, so I popped it in, had my headphones on, and I got about 5 minutes into that tape, and I had to take my headphones off and turn my light on. Mind you, it was sunny outside. The sound design to it creeped me out.
Yeah.
Like, blew my mind, and it messed with me so bad. So yeah. So we're gonna move on.
Well, real quick, got a real thing. I got to ask a question for both of you. So, speaking of Halloween and stuff like that, I just wondering if you guys are old enough to remember that every holiday they used to have specials. Do you guys ever remember watching those? Because there used to be the ones where with the Sleepy Hollow, it was the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I remember those.
So
I remember
my
used
mom
to
was, like,
watching those
obsessed with the
every
Peanuts, so-
Halloween.
probably one of the biggest ones. Simpsons Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah, Treehouse
Also,
of
I
Horror.
used to stay for that
Every time.
I feel
I used to love watching those every Halloween.
because like it doesn't really happen now. Like, they don't do specials like that anymore.
Right, I wish they did though.
But
Well, Treehouse of Horror still exists.
No,
They
I know,
just
but,
watered
like-
it down, I think.
okay, so in the vein of like family sitcoms, like Family Matters or Roseanne, like shows like that. Like, I feel like Roseanne always had the best like Halloween special.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They crushed it.
They had a
Like,
good one.
There was the Family
I mean,
Matters.
hell, even more recent into like NCIS and stuff, they still had like Halloween specials and like Christmas specials.
With a show
they just didn't call it that. They just showed the episode having to do with Halloween, and the episode having to do with Christmas. Or
with
whatever.
a show about murder, and you still made it Halloween themed, which is nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, I think the one that stands out to me the most is the Family Matters Halloween episode where Urkel, where we meet Steve, and he transforms himself into like the non-geeky version. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
That was a really good question.
Yeah. What about you? You remember?
No, yeah, absolutely. I remember damn near all of them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that's one of the things that I used to love about holidays.
And you know,
like I said, I wouldn't have been able to escape the Peanuts ones because my mom absolutely loves Peanuts.
Yeah,
trust me,
I
I got you.
remember those a lot too because I remember all the ones, and I even got my wife because I was like, last Halloween, I made her sit down and watch the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin, and then when Thanksgiving came around, I told her, "Oh, have you ever seen the Thanksgiving one?" I was like, "All right, sit down. We're gonna watch the Thanksgiving one." When Christmas came, which neither one of us are really into Christmas, I was like, "Oh, now you gotta watch the Christmas one, the Charlie Brown."
That and I'm sure we'll get into it on Christmas time. But like that Charlie Brown Christmas, like that National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and Muppets Christmas Carol, I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
But just like marketing, we're not going to talk about Christmas just yet.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I just wanted to ask you guys that since you were asking questions. But
God,
move on.
Sorry, I gotta say, we've been driving around by us. There is assholes, complete assholes with the Christmas shit out.
Of
like
course.
they're skipping Halloween.
Don't even get me started.
Of course.
I was so enraged that
We'll save that.
we drove by like 4 of them.
I went into the store the other day and saw Christmas decoration. I'm like, dude, we even got done with Halloween.
Yeah.
Where you putting the Christmas shit
I was at Menards last week getting Christmas candy. Good God, getting Halloween candy for these trunk or treats that we've been doing.
Like, we're not even at Thanksgiving yet. Where's the turkeys and where's the pilgrims and I was like, you're skipping the whole holidays here.
We went. I was at Menards.
You're gonna get me started.
I had. Like, they had, like, all their whole Christmas display set up, like, Christmas trees and everything. And, like, obviously the way Menards is set up, at least the one by me, it's just, like, all this Christmas stuff. And then, like, 12-foot skeleton, Grim Reaper animatronic. And I'm like, yep, this is the most Tim Burton thing I've seen.
Yeah.
So moving on, we're going to get to Dawn of the Dead, which came out March 19th, 2004. This movie is directed and written by 3 people who I never thought worked together. And I've seen this movie a bunch, but I guess up until this point, never paid attention to the credits. This is directed by Zack Snyder, which was his
directorial debut.
Directorial debut, yeah.
And this movie is written by fucking George A. Romero. And I don't know if you guys know him or not. This guy by the name of James Gunn.
Yeah.
What did he go off and do? Fucking everything. This stars Sarah Polley as Anna, Ving Rhames as Kenneth, who's probably my favorite character in this movie. Mikey Pfeiffer as Andre.
Mackay Pfeiffer.
You're right.
Is that the guy with the boat keys?
Remember?
Huh?
Is that the guy with the boat keys?
No.
No,
that's the guy from Modern Family, and I can't stand Modern Family anymore.
Oh, well, damn, you just did. And
except for, like, Christopher Lloyd wrote it, and, like, some of it's still good, but I don't know, it just gets tedious after a while. Is really all I was saying.
And Ty Burrell as Steve.
Yeah.
And the reason why I mentioned Ty Burrell, not only is he in this movie, Ty Burrell has one of my top 5 favorite Muppet moments ever. It's the one where they like steal. It's the Great Muppet Caper, and he's like a French detective, and he's talking with Sam the Eagle, who's American, and they're comparing badge sizes.
Yeah.
And Sam pulls out like this badge, and then like Ty pulls out his, and it's like the size of him. It's one of my favorite moments.
You know the funny thing about that actor is when I first seen this movie, I thought he was the son of why am I forgetting his name? And we just did a podcast on him. Army of Darkness.
Oh yeah, no, I can see why you would think that Ty Burrell would be the son of Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell. I thought he was.
He's very
son,
he's
a
very
relative. I was like, damn, he looks like Bruce
They
Campbell.
do look similar.
Ty Burrell is also very animated in no matter what he does, which I think, like, from the little bit that I've watched Modern Family, I normally just see the clip of, like, him teaching his daughter how to drive. It's like, oh my god, why are you driving through the park? Or whatever it was. Yeah. So, some fun facts. When Ving Rhames heard of a remake of Dawn of the Dead, because this is a remake, the original came out in 1978. If you have not seen the original Dawn of the Dead, this is coming from me. I don't know about you two, but this is coming from me. If you have not seen the original Dawn of the Dead, what are you doing with your life? It is spooky season. Go watch it.
Absolutely.
But when he found out that they were doing a remake, you know, at least the remake was in production, he tracked down the producers to be in the film.
Yeah, I believe it. I love
so I thought this was super cool.
Quick question. Is Dawn of the Dead the original? Is that the one where...
Bless you.
Huh?
She sneezed.
Oh, I was just saying, is that the one where they first came out of the idea of the fact that zombies eat brains? Or am I getting that mixed up with another
that also might
movie?
have been Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead 2,
Which,
think it was.
just like Dawn of the Dead, if you have not seen any of the older...
I've seen almost all of them. But...
if you have not seen...
Still Romero. Right?
Yeah. If you've not seen any of George A. Romero's films, please go watch them, especially Night of the Living Dead, because you'll get to see Tom Savini at his best. Actually, for a lot of Romero stuff, Savini did all the practical effects. Kind of wrote the book on it. But yeah, I just... Oh, so good. But I thought this was really cool. The two zombies with missing limbs... The jogger missing an arm and the legless zombie in the parking garage were both played by actual amputees.
Yeah.
The same thing was done for one of the first zombies seen in the original Dawn of the Dead in 1978. A lot of actors playing zombies were carrying remotes in their hand to discharge a blood cannon placed on their back. This would activate an explosion of blood behind them to simulate the effect of a gunshot to the head. I would have been let go because I would have kept pressing the button.
Yeah.
And because one of my favorite things about horror movies is the amount of blood I get to see, and this kind of filled my blood quota for a while. Some of the camera crew would wear plastic sheeting during the filming of some of the gorier scenes due to the amount of fake blood flying around. Yeah. This is a very 90s thing that I'm about to say, so if you don't know who I'm talking about, please go look him up. I feel like this is where Gallagher got a lot of ideas for things.
I love Gallagher.
I mean, he was...
Well, back then.
Yeah. He was more 80s, but yeah, I just... Can you imagine, like, filming, like, oh, like, hey, why are you guys wearing plastic sheet?
Right. Oh, yeah, never go into who Gallagher was and go to one of his shows? That'd be hilarious.
It's... I feel
like some premium Armani shit.
The Sledge-O-Matic.
I feel like
in some premium Armani stuff or something too.
It's a slicer. It's a dicer. It's a smasher.
I feel, and please correct me if I'm wrong, or in the comments, just somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like there's two instances. Well, there's more examples of this, but the two I can think of right now is that there are two big instances of like, hey, you should go do this thing, but not tell them what they're going to expect. One of them is telling somebody, in the 80s to go see Gallagher, not telling them what he's capable of doing, and telling, hey, you should sit in the front row. He has a really good show. Mm-hmm. And the other one with that, and because it's, Halloween, and I've watched it a few times already, it's like telling somebody to go see the play version of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Because if you've never been,
they don't know what it is.
If you've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, if you've never gone to the play, oh boy, it is a blast. Yeah. And is one of my favorite movies.
I've never been, but I've heard about it. And
Speaking of men dressing up as women, anyway.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Jim Curry.
So, Justin, thoughts on Dawn of the Dead from 2004?
I mean, it's it's got to be the best zombie remake, right?
Pretty close to.
I'm going to have to agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's what's funny. Like when you think about it, like what else even comes up? I mean,
Land of the Dead, I really enjoyed. I mean, not as a remake. Like, if we're talking about zombies as a whole, I have to go with 28 Days Later.
No, I just mean
but like,
zombie remake or zombie remakes in general.
But no. As a remake, yes, this is probably one of the best ones.
Isn't this the first fast-moving zombie? Wasn't this the one of the
Fast-moving zombies got introduced in 28 Days Later.
Oh, it was?
Because, like...
28 Days Later was before this one?
I believe so.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead's 04, 28 Days Later was 98?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. 28 Days Later was 2002, so you might be right. This movie made... This movie... And, you know, what's funny? Me and my wife were talking about zombies, and she was like, why do zombies eat, go after brains?
No, Dawn of the Dead was 04. 28 Days Later was
28 Days, 2002. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the 70s. My bad. So, yeah. But me and my...
So, which one was first?
28 Days Later.
Oh, it was? Oh, okay.
Me and my wife, she brought up something about zombies, and we weren't even watching the movie, but she brought up something about zombies, and I said, well, zombies are a metaphor for infection. Like, every zombie thing, it's because of something either medical or contagion. Like, for those, I don't know if you guys have watched it, but The Last of Us show with Pedro Pascal, and I can't remember the girl's name who plays Ellie.
Well, the game, you mean, Mr.
PlayStation? The show. The show's opening is amazing. Because
zombies are based off of consumerism.
I mean, you are absolutely right.
I mean, zombie movies in general, there's like 60 different metaphors.
Just like mass hordes and things like that. But yeah, just like infection. And
we'll be here all night if we're going into what a metaphor zombie is.
That's true. But yeah, so like I said, I said infection, and I see it that way because I've played every Resident Evil game that's ever come out. So
the movies are pretty good. I never played the games, but the movies are all right.
It's that book film adaptation thing again, so I'm just gonna leave that there. Anyway, anything else on Dawn of the Dead, sir?
Oh, I could talk about this movie for hours.
I bet you could.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just getting tired or something. I don't know. No, yeah, I mean, it's just the fact that it's at a mall, and then you guys remember Dead Rising, the game?
Okay, I'm so happy you brought that up because that is exactly the reason why I played Dead Rising. I was like, oh my god, I get to put a lawnmower or a weed whacker mixed with chainsaws, and I get to take pictures and kill zombies. Oh my god!
Yeah,
probably one of Capcom's best games.
But I looked it up when I was watching it. But I think Dead Rising's after Dawn of the Dead remake.
I believe so, yeah.
And
had to be. It was
literally,
Xbox.
There's entire sections of Dead Rising where it's literally just inspired, literal rip, like adaptation basically from the scenes in the mall in Dawn of the Dead remake 04.
Really?
Like, there's like the Willamette Mall, which is what it's called in Dead Rising, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There's like that big like picture window door thing. You can walk to that same exact spot in Dead Rising, and it's there in Dawn of the Dead.
Oh my god, you're right.
It's like almost picture. It's almost exact with the like crazy picture window entrance thing. The layout, the exact. I think it's actually the exact layout of the stairwell coming out of the parking garage.
Let's see. Dead Rising is a video game series heavily influenced by George A. Romero's zombie films, particularly Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
The similarity is so strong that copyright holders of the film sued the game's developer Capcom, but the lawsuit was dismissed in 2008 because of the unprotectable concepts of a zombie outbreak in a mall were too generic, despite many shared elements like mall setting, helicopter arrival, and creative weapon use.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, there's so many cool things to this movie. And I don't know, should I say it on the pod then too, what I said earlier?
No.
No? Okay.
The inciting incident for both stories involves a helicopter delivering the protagonist to a besieged mall. Both feature a cynical journalist as a lead character, satirizing sensationalist journalism.
Yeah.
The game's use of the word hell in its opening explicitly references Dawn of the Dead's tagline, when there's no more room in hell, the dead walk the earth.
Yeah.
The dead will walk the earth. That is cool. I'm going to have to look into this.
When the preacher on the TV. Oh,
yeah.
that's a great scene.
Yeah, it is a great scene. amazing scene.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not
Which
a
is actually
televangelist fan, that's a good
actually,
scene.
if I'm not mistaken, that is in the Bible, isn't it?
It's based on like some part of Revelations or like the
Right.
book right before it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the exact wording, but
Right.
I don't know.
Anything on
Okay,
top of the
so
bed?
you guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm about to go on a rant.
Okay.
I'll try not to make it too long though. Okay, this movie is great. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I may be mistaken on this one, but I'll go ahead and throw this one in on the get go. Is I'm not mistaken, this is the first movie that I've ever seen a baby zombie in.
Yeah.
I forgot about that
I
damn
think that's
scene
correct.
too.
Yeah, so then I just want to throw that out at the beginning, but rewinding, going towards the back of the movie, the opening scene of this movie is great,
Yeah.
where they wake up and the husband sees the little girl at the doorway, and her face is
That's such a good ass shot too, with
Yes.
the way the shadow is, and like you could just assume it's the little girl. You can't tell it's a zombie. That's such a good ass shot.
And I love the graininess of this film. I love the way this film is shot, like the cinematography behind it. Like this.
So then the movie just jumps right into it. Boom. I mean, he gets bit, he turns, starts chasing her through the house. Or, the fact that when he throws her back, how she goes flying back into the hallway and then starts running back at him real fast. And I was like, oh my God. The first time, like I said, I didn't see 28 Days Later until way later when it actually came to America. So because it was a British movie. So for me, this was my introduction to fast-moving zombies. I was like,
wait, there's a new zombie movie with the dude who might be Scarecrow? Let's do it.
Right, so
Right.
So when I found out that zombies can move fast, I was like, fuck, I'm dead. If zombies ever really
100%.
happen and they move that fast, I'm fucking dead because I can't move that fast.
Well,
but
it
I
would
was
be
like, slow-moving zombies? I'm down. I'll probably be one of the last survivors because I have so many thoughts about what I would do when that happens that I could probably survive as long as they were the slow-moving zombies. But if they were the fast-moving zombies, I'd probably be fucked because I can't run fast.
First of all, you're having
I
the
don't
wrong
have an ankle.
mindset. You're having the wrong mindset. Get you
Well.
like an electric Vespa or some bullshit.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
then
guess
keep
so.
recharging the battery. You can
Yeah,
run
that's
away
true.
without running.
So, because I spent a lot of time by myself thinking about how to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Me too.
Me too, no way.
Big Walking Dead fan.
Yep. Same here.
It would take a lot of time, and it wouldn't last for long. But there's a really easy defense against zombies.
What's yours?
Putting treadmills all around my house.
Yeah,
I guess.
that's a good one.
Now, it is wildly impractical because, first off, if I'm able to grab that many treadmills, I think the zombie outbreak in my area is not all that bad.
Right.
Could you just imagine like waking up and just like seeing zombies like just, and then you turn and one of them is running and then that's when you decide to leave. Oh shit, they're evolving.
Very similar, more chaotic version of the treadmills.
All
You know those little incinerators from like factories or whatever? Lay those down in a moat around your house.
Right.
So actually,
I would just dig a moat and do that
light
thing.
it on fire.
No, and then do that thing from the Mummy. Like, yeah, I may have dug the moat, but I'm on the wrong side of the river. Like, oh shit, my house is on the other side. I don't want to swim.
Yep. Well, since you guys brought that up, I'll bring it up. So my idea was, which I've actually seen this, and it's a real thing. I would actually like to design a house where the first level, everything just closes in.
Like
And
a
then-
Sarlacc pit.
No, not like Starlight Pit. Like basically, before the zombie apocalypse happens, your house is kind of like open or whatever. You have your garden, you have everything you would need or whatever. But like if something like the zombie apocalypse would happen, the whole first level the walls kind of just go up like that and kind of blocks everything off. So like it's like.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So windows, doors, everything are blocked off. So you can move around on the upper level and everything like that. So you could do like they do in the movie where they're shooting bird rentals and this and that. You can do all that, but you don't have to worry about it because there's no way for them to get in.
Well, no, the
walls
bird Reynolds
cover
thing was on
everything.
the roof. You're talking about shooting out of the bus.
Yeah, exactly. So so
The
there's
mall
actually
bus.
a house that's built where it does that. Where like if They said if the zombie, it's funny because I think it's a prepper guy. He said if zombie apocalypse ever happens, all I gotta do is hit this button and the walls come up and everything's blocked off. He has his garden, everything. He still gets sun from the top and all this stuff. I was like, damn, that's badass. I would love a house like that.
I would
Or even just live with the other part of your house being underneath the ground and just have a bunker where it can close off and then you got the filtration and all that. But that costs a lot of money. But I'm just saying, if I could afford something like that, I would do that. But back to the movie. So another thing I thought was awesome about this movie is that our buddy shows up again, Sex Machine.
Oh yeah.
As the sheriff. Which I think he did the makeup for this movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Savini did.
Yeah, Savini, yep. So I was cool. I was happy to see him in this movie, even though he just had a cameo. I was like, oh, yes, they gave him a cameo. So that was awesome to see him again. Let's see. The thing that messed me up is the scene of when the chubby lady dies. And she pops up and starts running towards him. I was like,
big,
oh, my God.
The zombie lore and the things that the zombies are able to do in these films, like I really think Zach, George, and James really pushed the envelope on like what zombies can and can't do.
Right.
And I think it really set up for a lot of like, just like what Scream did. It set up some generational stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think without Dawn of the Dead, at least this remake of it, I don't think we ever get anything close to the Walking Dead comic. Mm-hmm. I don't think we get zombies in Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. I don't think we get the just overarching lore that we have for zombies if it wasn't for this film.
Right.
I mean, I'm not taking anything away from what Romero did with Night of the Living Dead and all of that.
But yeah, the current pop culture thing.
That's
where it's all over the damn place with the zombie stuff.
Yeah.
Like, making normies adapt it, which was sad.
Which
but
I kind of have a problem when people say...
this movie, yeah.
I kind of have a problem when people say they're zombied out or they're superheroed out or whatever. Like, we're starting to flood too much.
Shift to something else. And
exactly.
For the people who enjoy it, leave them alone. Because
exactly.
A lot of us got bullied in high school for liking superheroes.
Right,
Deal with it.
Right, exactly.
Hi, guys.
And now it's part of the
space guy.
And now it's part of the zeitgeist.
Or
how do they say it? Zeitgeist or whatever they call that.
Yeah,
now.
like the mainstream zeitgeist or like the public conscious zeitgeist or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm the space guy, so how do you think I feel?
Right, exactly.
What are we not doing right now? Space.
Right.
Yeah. Give it a few years.
But everything comes around. I mean, eventually it's going to get popular again. Whatever. Like I said, I know right now everybody's saying, "Oh, there's too many Marvel movies, too many superhero movies." I was like, okay, but you can say the same thing about zombie movies. There's too many zombie movies. They flooded them with zombie movies. Walking Dead, Z Nation, which I fucking love that one.
There was
Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, Marvel Zombies. Oh, I just recently watched that. I watched it. I binged that thing.
I binged it too. I was gonna say if you guys haven't yet, again, we're not affiliated with Disney Plus or anything, but it'd be nice. Marvel Zombies was a superly well crafted show.
Yes, I thought so too.
Way gorier than what I thought it was going to be, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. But speaking of zombie shows, there was a zombie. I think it was iZombie or something like that.
Oh yes, iZombie.
About the doctor who, I thought that shit was perfect.
Yeah, that was good.
The blonde girl that is a zombie and also works with morgue people or investigators or something like that. Yeah.
Also, speaking of zombie shows, iZombie. I think a really good spin on the whole zombie thing is Santa Clarita Diet with Drew Barrymore. I think it was Drew Barrymore.
Oh yes, the one where it's like a little
the little red heart,
thing, whatever thing. Yeah, I saw that too. That was good too. It was Drew Barrymore, but I think it was on Netflix.
Yep.
Yeah, so I saw that one too. I never finished it, but I saw it. It was.
I think there's like 2 seasons of it.
Right. Yeah. So I seen the first season. I didn't watch the second season.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore. Timothy Olyphant's in it. Yeah. So when he showed up in The Mandalorian, I was like, oh, it's Joel from Santa Clarita Diet. I know he's been in a whole bunch of other stuff. So kill count.
So the kill count is 495 kills.
That is fucking beautiful.
Yep. One more thing. My favorite zombie of the whole movie was, and it creeped me out, is the one where it's on the bus and it's all like
Oh,
that, and
yeah.
they cut it in half. That thing kind of freaked me out. I was like, oh, God, that's...
I know we watched this movie for this, but I think I want to rewatch it again. Speaking of like Dead Rising and stuff, it just like the cultural impact of this movie. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this again.
Yeah, I mean, it started the whole boom on like media having zombie stuff.
Oh yeah.
Who would have thought Zack Snyder had his finger on the pulse of the community? Anyway, so Koffin Ratings.
And it's
I'm sorry.
the bus thing and the thing you refer to in the house. It's called murder holes.
Interesting.
Bunker.
Oh yeah.
Bunker. The little thingies in a house. Things in the side of the bus in this movie. It's literally just called murder holes because you can stick your gun barrel or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
Oh okay. I didn't know that's what that was called, but I like it. All right, coffee count. Coffee count. I need coffee.
Yeah, we could all use coffee right now.
Koffin Click.
Going
Coffee.
on 11:30.
Right. Coffins.
Buy us a coffee.
Yep.
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
Buy us coffee, please. I love it.
I love coffee. It's my
It's
fave.
5.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I have weird night coffee all
Right.
the time too, even though I shouldn't. But I don't know. I do weird shit
Probably
with
make
sleep
myself
anyway.
a cup here.
Your count.
Oh, coffin?
You're still talking about coffee?
Yeah, coffin, coffee.
Is
Yeah.
Coffin coffee a thing?
I don't know.
Well, we should make it a thing. Trademark.
No, it probably already is.
It probably is. Yeah.
I know.
Sad ass shit
Yeah.
though.
Darn.
But-
Missed opportunity.
What's your
Yeah.
rating?
This is a 5 coffin for me. I mean, this
Yeah,
formed
alright, cool.
part of my freaking
Love it.
later kid adolescence, whatever the hell you want to call it, before I was an adult.
Right.
Like it formed a whole ass chunk of it, and was probably like at least 10% helpful as to why I joined the military ultimately as well.
Like I said, I could talk about this movie all night long.
Yeah, same. I just,
All right, so yours?
There is a Coffin Coffee Company.
I thought so.
Their
It sounded
tagline. Their
familiar.
tagline is "Coffee so good it wakes the dead."
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I heard that.
That's
I've heard
dope.
Of it. I've heard that before.
Not affiliated,
It was on one of
but
my
that's
podcasts.
kind of cool. I might have to get some of this. Anyway, back to the real thing, Jeff. 4.5 coffins for me.
Okay.
It's not my favorite zombie movie, but I could definitely put it up there.
well, what is your favorite zombie movie?
Return of the Living Dead.
What,
The original? Black and white?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree.
That's just me,
No, that's no, I agree.
but
I mean, I did only say it's the best remake. Obviously, there's a bunch of classics and stuff that are awesome,
Right.
and I'm not refuting that whatsoever.
so and we don't have to spend much time on it because we still have one more movie to go.
Do we?
Yeah. And so we talked forever with that first one, like longer than what I thought we were going to. But real quick, spooky Halloween stuff. Obviously, this movie has to deal with zombies. What's your favorite zombie? What is your favorite Halloween creature? Just off the bat for me, vampires. I think the aesthetic behind it is fucking amazing.
Mine's actually kind of depressing because there's not enough of it. But banshees.
That is super specific, and that does not surprise me. I love you for that.
And really, there's only one movie, Mama, because she appears to be a banshee when all the weird shit happens at the end.
Yeah.
That really makes me sad.
I either have to go with zombies or, good God, I either have to go with vampires or possession.
Oh, possession.
You would just mean primeval spirits, possessing people, basically, yeah. Because it would be the spirits, right?
For example, The Exorcist.
Yeah. It would have to be the spirits, though, right? Not
So
possessions themselves,
I would have to
is
say
what I'm saying.
zombies because I love zombie movies. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, even the logo that Julio designed is
Right.
your eyes getting ripped out by a zombie.
yeah, exactly. So,
Which, by the way, I Julio, I know you're listening, and we greatly appreciate that. My
thanks
favorite
again for getting my eyes scratched out by
My
zombies.
favorite detail about Juan's picture is that the glass breaks in,
Yeah,
and I love that attention
Yeah,
to detail.
that is awesome.
yeah, you did an excellent job. And one of these days, I gotta meet you.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out. Maybe,
Yeah.
just spitballing there. Maybe we get Julio on an episode.
Oh, that would be
Right?
awesome. I would like that. Get him to
I
talk about maybe
feel like
one
we
of
may
his
have
favorite
cornered him
movies.
into this now, so we'll put a pin in that.
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right, so like I said, I would have to say Zombies is my favorite, but a good runner-up would be Jack Skellington.
Fair enough. It's like a horror icon, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack Skellington?
Yeah. Because I love Nightmare Before Christmas.
So,
so that could be Halloween or Christmas, however you want to look at it.
Before we get into the last movie, real quick, I don't think anybody understands, at least for our generation, not yours, old man, sorry.
Fair enough.
I'm joking.
No, fair
but
enough.
At least for me and Justin, I don't think anybody truly understands the chokehold that A Night Before Christmas had on us.
Yeah. Better or worse, too.
That is one of, like, maybe 10 movies wholeheartedly that I can throw out, that I've already watched 100 times because of my kids, which getting to introduce them to that was amazing. But just to sit there and be like, throw it on and just be able to walk around the house at any given time, know exactly what's being said, be able to quote the movie.
That or Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Halloween time.
Yeah.
You said Young Frankenstein?
Young Frankenstein,
I like that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What knockers? Thank you, doctor.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're welcome.
Walk it this way. But none of it.
Dim your eyes. Too late.
Too late.
All right, so last movie. Let's get this rolling.
Sorry, one more Young Frankenstein quote. I apologize.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you? So, if it wasn't Hans Delbrück's brain that I didn't put in, whose brain did I put it? You won't be angry? No, I will not be angry. Abby, someone. Abby, someone.
That's a great one.
Abby
Normal?
Abby Normal. Abby Normal. So you're telling me I put an abnormal brain in a 6'7", 315-pound gorilla, and the way that Gene Wilder chokes him, and they run the bit back of like the syllable game, and then the constable, like, obviously you don't know it's him, but the constable, because even the girls, like, 2 syllables. The constable is, like, knocking on the door, and Gene, obviously, let's go, Dr. Frankenstein, let's go. And he turns out and he's like, we need to act normal. And just this stick of, like, his check, like, I'm going to have to watch this movie tonight, the collar piece just going, is fucking perfect to me. Yeah, anyway, last movie, and probably the most important out of this list to me, except that it had a really weird release date, Trick or Treat, which came out December 9th, 2007. So I guess this is a Christmas movie in the same vein that Die Hard is. We'll save that argument for later. So this movie is directed and written by Michael Daughtry, and it stars... Now, these are the people that, as I was watching it, I remember and picked out. There are so many people in this film, because this is a collection of stories that kind of... And I always forget that it's not sequential, like the way that this movie folds back in on itself, that, where how it starts is how it ends, and I absolutely love that. But we have Anna Paquin as Laurie, or as other people may know her, Rogue from X-Men. Brian Cox as Mr. Krieg, Dylan Baker as Steven, and Quinn Lord as Sam. So I kind of have an abundance of facts for this one. So, the performers under the mask playing the kids on the school bus all have real disabilities or injuries, and they apparently had a blast during the shoot. Mm-hmm. Their costumes were inspired by a mix of photos from Ralph Meatyard and Diane Arbus, capturing real mentally disabled children on a Halloween in their own homemade costumes. That makes that scene a little bit creepier.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I mean, I just referenced the weird 1902 photos earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what they're talking about there.
So, like, when you said it, I was like, oh, wait, we're going to talk about Trick or Treat?
No.
So, there were 18 drafts of the script. And the one theme that crept in along the way is that the idea of each of these stories represents a different stage of a person's experience with Halloween. The first story with Dylan Baker and his son is about how you're introduced to the holiday. The second one is with the kids is you and your friends roaming around without parents for the first time. The one with Anna Paquin and her friends is Halloween in Your 20s, and it's about sex. Which, going back to last week's episode about Scream, don't have sex and you'll fucking survive. And the final story with Brian Cox is Halloween in Your Twilight Years. It's the Scrooge of Halloween. That Brian Cox, I can definitely see that, and that hurts because that will never be me. I'm going to be 90 trick-or-treating.
Oh, same here.
Anna Paquin's character, Laurie, is named after Laurie Strode from Halloween in 1978.
Nice.
And then the last little fun fact I have here is that the name of the character, Sam, is derived from Samhain, the ancient Celtic festival of the dead from which modern-day Halloween is derived.
Yep.
Despite having been portrayed as such in this film as several other works, Samhain is not a deity or another personage of ancient Celtic polytheism. As I said in last week's episode, I hate organized religion, but I am fine with paganism. It is only the name of the celebration. However, the idea of being either a deity or another personage dates back to at least the late 1st century, largely thanks to the Irish bishop named Cormac Mac Coinan. It's Irish. I cannot pronounce it. And his book, Sanis Cormac, which translates to Irish Gaelic for Cormac's native, which had identified Samhain as such. So there's a brief history of, I guess...
Halloween ancientness.
Yeah. Which, there's a really good kids movie called The Halloween Tree, which goes into the history of Halloween. And Leonard Nimoy's in it, I think. I'll look it up here in a second. But, so we're going to talk about this movie for a little bit. And then my question for this one, because this is the one where I'm going to get a little sappy. The question at the end of this one for you guys is what Halloween means to you. I'm just going to go ahead and get my little tidbit about this movie out of the way. If there is any one movie for Halloween that is an aesthetic that I have to watch every year since 2007, it has been this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I have watched it this past week. In fact, I watched this movie in like July when I do my Jaws rewatch for some reason. Because it's like, ooh, Halloween's going to be here soon. This movie, I'm going to cry, perfectly represents what Halloween means to me.
Yeah.
It is every bit of like, so you guys were, a part of it last night for the little Devil's Night party we had. I only carve pumpkins the night before Halloween. I don't do it beforehand. I definitely don't do it after because there's no point. I suck at carving pumpkins, as you saw. But to be able to introduce this to my kids, because a great Canadian man once said, "You don't fuck with tradition," and that is something that I want to instill on my kids because I feel like traditions are waning, and if I can pass down my personal little traditions and things like that, especially when it comes to my favorite holiday, not because I get to dress up or not because it's like, outside of the holiday, it's what I wrap my life around in because it wasn't just a phase, Mom. I have more Halloween memories than I do Christmas memories. Because Christmas is just waking up, bam, presents, let's go to 8 different people's houses. Halloween is almost essentially the same thing, except if you open a present, you gutted somebody, and that is something that happens in this movie. So, but the Halloweens that I remember were growing up and just the weather, the color, like essentially just the color palette to itself, which is why I'm a basic bitch, and it's fine. Pumpkin spice girly, and it's fine. I don't give a shit. Anyway, but like growing up and doing all the decorations, like the inside, and just the smells, the feelings, just the colors of things. Going back to what you had talked about earlier, like sitting down with my family to watch the latest Treehouse of Horror or Roseanne or Family Matters, like whatever like Halloween special was on, and just being able to hang out with your friends, and and going from like I said, the thing that the fun bit I found about this movie breaking down, like, oh my god, the amount of shit I got into on Halloween night with my friends. Like last week I brought up the trash can costume.
Yeah.
That was a great story, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wish I could have been there to see that.
Yeah. Same.
Give it time. I'll teach one of my kids it. But like all the Halloweens that I simply just threw on a green shirt and brown pants and went as Shaggy and won costume contest without being entered into any of them. Just there is more unity and camaraderie.
I went one year with a super baggy hoodie and just kept telling people I was the shady character.
I love you.
And that's all it was.
That's amazing. God, that's really good. But I think there's more. I'll get off my soapbox after this, I promise. I think there's more unity and camaraderie in Halloween than there is any other holiday.
'Cause everybody loves candy.
Not just that.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you're absolutely right. Also, the goats of Halloween, the people that are really the MVPs, are the people, even in this economy, who still pass out full-size bars.
Yeah.
We can do a whole episode on just like it'd be the speech from Reservoir Dogs, but with trick or treating. But I don't think any other holiday has the camaraderie or the unity that Halloween has, because of the stigma of people who like Halloween are weird. So to all of you misfits, skeletons, witches, you Koffin Click writers, that's
Government
not
test
something
tube
that I'm
people.
doing. Yep.
Because I don't know if I'm not or not some days.
The
Baby.
the
That was my favorite insult in high school. You damn test tube, baby.
And I would actually just love that one. Whenever somebody said it, I'd be like, fuck you, man.
in my own personal bit, the nerdy D&D kid, Halloween, just this lifestyle, this community, I am forever grateful for it. And now you guys can talk. I'm done.
Go ahead, Juan.
Okay, so, well, first I'm going to make it official since this is Halloween. I'm no longer going to say that I'm anti-scary movies, because apparently my life is wrapped around scary shit.
I was gonna say, because when we, and a little bit of history about the podcast, me and Justin were down to do this because we were looking for something to do anyway, and I was like, oh shit, let's get Juan. He's played D&D with us for years. Right. Let's ask him. And I texted you, and you were like, I'm really not in scary movies, but I'll give it a shot. We're what? 18 episodes in, 40-something movies in, and
17 maybe, I don't know.
And here you are. You've watched every movie.
Right, exactly.
And we're happy about it. No less.
Right, exactly. So
Again,
that's why I said I think this is official. And like I said, my wife always tells me I'm a human contradiction, because I also tell her that I hate musicals, and some of my favorite movies of all time are musicals. And she goes, that's a musical. I was like, but no, I don't like musicals. I like this movie.
Okay.
For example, Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, okay.
Favorite movie of all time, and it's a musical. She goes, you need to stop telling people you hate musicals, because...
I thought you were going to say Les Miserables or...
Oh, I do love that one, too.
Or
I do love that one, too.
Sound of Music or something.
Yeah. So, I got to stop being a human contradiction, because everything I say is the opposite.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Exactly. There you go. I like that one, too.
Absolutely.
Right.
I don't know why I didn't even think of that.
You want to talk about a scary movie? That dentist scene with Steve Martin made me not want to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
Right. Plus, like I just said, I think it was the last episode, my family loves scaring the shit out of each other. We're always playing pranks on each other. Or was it this episode? I don't know. But anyways, I know
Everything's
I
blending
mentioned that.
together, but yeah, I think it was last week.
Yeah, so last week. Yeah, so,
yeah, last week because you told us the story about it.
Yeah. So then like today, I dressed up for Halloween, and I love the fact that your kids love my costume.
Well, you dressed up as something they knew.
Right, exactly. So that's why I did it. I mean, I know we were all supposed to be doing horror movie characters, but I was like, I saw it in the store.
You were technically a horror movie character.
Well, true. But I saw this in the store. I was like, oh, I got to do this. Plus, not only that, I'm not going to say what my job is or where I work, but I love the fact that they let us dress up for Halloween, and I do it every year. And I try to get more people to do it. Not everybody does.
Wait,
there are a couple.
I'm sorry, man. What were you last year? I'm like trying a blank somehow.
No, yesterday he was. Oh wait, yeah. What were you last year?
Oh shit, I forgot. I don't know. I don't remember. But
because last night you were Beryl from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Christmas, right?
The skeleton kid from.
Yeah, the skeleton kid from Nightmare Before Christmas. One of Oogie Boogie's henchmen, which I love Oogie Boogie. Well, I like Jack Skellington too, but I love that whole movie. But anyways, so you said something. I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
The aesthetic of Halloween. So it's essentially I just talked about
it.
No,
I think it was what you were saying about the history of Halloween.
Oh, about like Samhain and just like where it comes from and whatnot.
Yeah, well, it was something, but anyways, I forgot now. But I didn't want to interrupt you because what you were saying was really good. But so anyways, to the movie. I gotta say that I'd never seen this movie before. One of the things I just thought of right now when you were talking is this movie actually reminded me of something, and I couldn't think of it at the time when I was watching it, but I just thought of it right now, and I had to write it down. That way I don't forget to mention it. This movie, the way it was filmed, so reminded me of Tales of the Crypt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely in the vein of like those multiple short stories.
Yeah, multiple short stories, but it was all one complete story. I thought that was so interesting. And
speaking of impressions, God, I wish I could do the Crypt Creeper.
Yeah,
but it is so high pitched. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, he's way high out there. And I don't know if you realize my voice is pretty deep.
Right. And then I like
that. If I do it, I'm gonna snap something.
Yeah, probably.
I also like the fact that the beginning of this movie and the ending of the movie, it started like almost like a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I love that. That was awesome.
That's probably one of my absolute favorite aspects of the movie.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
It's like a Halloween comic almost.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. A lot of these things I really thought was interesting, but it was kind of like all over the place for me, just like Sleepy Hollow. But it made sense. It like came together and made sense.
More Halloween-y Watchmen.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. I didn't think I was gonna like this movie, but I liked it more than I thought. Another thing I thought was funny is, like I said, all over the place is they had werewolves in it. I wasn't expecting that. That was a twist.
Hot werewolves.
Yeah, hot werewolves to that. Yeah, so I thought that was funny. When they were showing the girls, I thought for some reason in the story, I was not thinking they were going to be werewolves. For some reason, I was thinking it was going to end up being something else. I kind of forgot what it was. I wish I would have wrote a note about it. But then when they turned out to be werewolves, that was kind of a twist for me. So I was like, oh, okay, wasn't expecting that one.
And a Pac-One went from being a werewolf to wanting to be with one.
Right.
For those of you who have seen True Blood.
Yeah. Soke.
Which, unfortunately, is the first time that I saw Joe Manganiello's ass before I knew he was the D&D guy.
So I got to mention this.
Well, you're right, me too. I saw his ass in that show before I knew about it being in D&D.
Because Magic Mike wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, I just saw another man's ass.
So
got it.
Last episode, normally I'm the one that comes up with conspiracy theories. Last episode, you came up with a conspiracy theory. So this episode, I came up with one for this movie that's related to what we were just talking about. And you guys, once I say it, you might agree, you might not. But when it revealed the little kid of the movie, the kid costume, whatever, when he revealed what he looked like underneath the mask, I was like, holy shit, it's baby Jack Skellington. I was like, this is Jack Skellington when he was a kid before he grew up to be Nightmare Before Christmas. And then he ended up stealing Christmas too. I was like, this fucking little kid's evil.
So
he's stealing everything.
Sam's character having the pumpkin head,
Because he's the Pumpkin King. That's what made me think of it, you know.
I could definitely see that, but I can twist your theory just a little bit more.
Okay.
Sam is not Jack Skellington.
Oh. You can't let me have my
Hold on, because there's a theory that there are 3 Tim Burton movies that all fall in a trilogy.
Oh yes, I know. It's
Corpse Bride,
Bride,
Corpse Bride,
Jack Skellington.
Nightmare Before Christmas, and Frankenweenie, and it is just one story about a boy and his dog.
Yep. Yeah, I heard that one too. I saw it on TikTok.
I read it on a Tumblr post.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, almost the same thing.
Years ago, but no. I definitely get what you would think that correlation is, but Sam as the Pumpkinhead, the embodiment of Halloween to me. Like I as a tattoo, I want to get the broken sucker.
Yeah.
I love God
that
that ending sequence.
That he used it as a weapon.
So we've never really talked about what scares us, or like creepy scenes in movies, and we're not going to get into it now because it's getting late. But one of the scenes I can't stand in any horror movie is the scene in Saw where the girl falls into the pit of the needles.
Yeah. Like
the hypodermic needles and whatnot.
Oh.
So watching.
Wait, that's the lady from Becker, isn't it?
I think so. I think you're right. Yeah.
The needles in that Saw movie. Yeah.
So the ending thing with Brian Cox, when he falls down the stairs and there's just nothing but razor blades on the steps.
Yeah.
I kind of want to just crawl out of my own skin.
Yeah.
Like I do this thing where I rub my legs every time I get like antsy, and I about rubbed through my thighs. That sounds terrible, but every time I watch this movie, I know that scene's coming, and I can't look away. I gotta be like, oh, there goes Brian Cox down the stairs.
Oh, it's funny that you mentioned that, because what I used to do when I was younger is I used to do like this with my legs, shake my legs constantly, doing like I would like move my legs back and forth like this, and it's like
probably stuttered.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a nerve thing or whatever, but I mean, I don't do it
friction
too much now when I was an adult, but when I was younger, I was always doing like that.
I bounce.
I couldn't.
When I occasionally tap, I pick a leg to tap like an old blues guy.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
See,
I've done that before too.
See, I was about to bring that. Like, depending on like the scary movie that I'm watching, if I'm not that scared, I'll be like, I'll move my hands because I'm Italian. But I'll like move my hands. Right? Yeah. I'll just be like, I don't want to. Like, if I know something's coming, I'll be like, I don't want to do it. Nope, stop. Like, I'll start cussing the TV out. You know that I'm panicked when I am not talking, and like I'm bouncing my knee, like or again, if somebody like last week when we watched The Fly and the scene where he's the arm wrestling scene and the dude's arm just snaps. Yeah, I'm rubbing my thighs because Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, and so I thought that was funny how the girl that he brought home didn't react.
She wasn't a square.
Yeah.
Because she was a lady of the night, and ladies of the night could never be squares.
And even the following morning, she was like, I really need to go home.
Right? Yeah. I don't even think this guy has coffee. What the fuck is going on?
This is nuts. Cocaine's one hell of a drug.
Yeah, so you want to know the kill count in this movie? Or did you have anything to say about this movie before I go to the kill count?
And what Halloween means to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, I should probably go.
Yes, you should.
Did I say that?
Huh? You can double back after Justin.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean, if you want to finish it, go ahead.
Okay, well, I was just going to say that... Well, because I know I said I'm going to stop saying that I'm not against scary stuff or whatever, so and apparently, like I was saying, I'm all about scary stuff, so I'm going to stop saying it. But anyway, so Halloween, what it means to me is pretty much it's my favorite holiday. I like everything about it.
By the spooky, you were just born.
Right.
Yeah. Or whatever it is with Bane and friggin'
I don't know what's going to break first, your brain or your back, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is my favorite holiday, so that's pretty much what it means to me. Like I said earlier, the history of it, everything, almost everything about this holiday I love. And I am sad though that, sorry, it's probably more towards maybe past your guys' generation or whatever. What they're trying to do to the holiday to me now is so pisses me off so bad. Sorry, anybody that's listening that feels this way, but the trunk or treat. And I know they want their kids to be safe, and I understand. I come from the generation where our parents, sorry, mom and dad, really don't give a fuck what we did. We used to run the streets.
So
As long as you're home before the freaking street lights come on.
I mean, that was us too, man.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Get home before the street lights or you're
And
fucked.
like, I'm sorry if you're a helicopter parent or whatever they call it nowadays. Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I mean,
you
but
Chinook.
you don't want to. You don't know what a
Halloween.
helicopter sounds like, do you,
the
Brian?
essence of
Apache.
Halloween. The essence of
Just naming
Halloween
helicopters. Sorry.
is chaos.
So, I'm not gonna counter your argument,
Right.
but since being a parent,
Right.
trunk or treats are badass.
Really? Oh, okay.
Because like where we have them are places like my youngest. We just
Like I said, I don't get me wrong. Keeping your kids safe is every parent's
I mean, I'm
top
taking
priority.
I'm taking like we're taking the kids trick or treating. Like no,
Right.
that's gonna be a thing. And when they get older, I hopefully well if they're still anyway
If they're still...
And like you said,
if there's
I'll
still a
probably be
holiday to
trick-or-treating.
celebrate anyway.
I'll be
yeah.
trick or treating until
The
I'm
way
100.
everything's... Yeah.
But like yeah no like when my kids are old enough and I know that I can track them anyway
You can put chips in their neck.
I'll gladly kick them out the door. Go have fun. Go experience the
Or just
holiday.
AI
Right.
interfaces and everybody,
Just
yeah.
don't eat any apples.
Right. One of my very first dates with my wife was I took her trick or treating.
That's so dope.
That's awesome.
We dressed up. I was a knight, she was a maiden, and we went trick or treating. We took my best friend's kids with us, so we didn't look like two grown up weirdos around grabbing candy from or whatever. But we took his kids out trick or treating because, you know, he didn't. I guess I don't know. He worked that day or whatever. He didn't feel like doing it, so we went and took the kids trick or treating.
I used to take my niece all the time, and I
Yeah.
absolutely adored it.
Yep, I love everything about this holiday.
It probably says
Go
more
ahead.
about me than I needed to, but where I
Right.
where I used to like live and trick or treat and whatever, there was a gentleman who worked for Fago, and this man just used to give 2 liters out. One year, I had like 6 different costumes, and finally he was like, "Dude, do you just want a case?" And I was like, "I got you," and he gave me a case, and I left.
Nice.
I had already gotten like 22 liters out of that dude beforehand. He was like, "You don't need to come back in this, like different costumes," and I was like, "But I do." Free pop, motherfucker.
Free pop is a big deal. Yeah. So trick or treat. I mean, yeah, like Jeff, Juan, they've been saying it's like the penultimate like new age at least Halloween movie. I mean, you know, 07 is still new age to me, but I guess I just sound like an old fart saying that or something. I don't know.
That was 11 years ago. No,
Yeah, I
it
know.
wasn't. I can't do math.
Yeah, you can't math for
You
sure.
can't math? It's too late?
I just
Too many candy bars?
right, yeah.
So
Pickle shots?
You're a graduated high school. A lot of good stuff happened in 07, kind of. But no, yeah, I love Trick or Treat. I mean, Sam is basically like to put it in wrestling terms, like Undertaker or Sting or something of Halloween.
So like comes back.
Yeah.
Doink the Clown.
Get out.
No, Sam from Trick or Treat.
Oh,
Like
sorry.
the legend
Wrong,
of...
wrong
Sorry,
claw.
I'm bringing wrestling references back in.
No, not that one. God damn it.
ICP,
Get out of her
Insane
company.
Clown Posse.
Just as a reminder, they were signed to WCW.
All right.
Anyway,
Yeah,
back to Halloween.
great Malengo. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Anna Paquin and yeah, she's really great in this movie.
I love that she's only in like one part of this movie, and it's just like, yep, that's the main character.
Yeah, it's awesome. It really is. Because that's kind of how Halloween is anyway. Like, what's a main character in Halloween anyway, or horror things in general? Like, yes, there's a main character, but is it that significant?
Right, yeah.
Oh, barking spiders.
No, you're fine.
All right, so you ready for the kill count?
Or were you done with
Yeah, were you done?
like what Halloween means to you? and
Oh,
all that?
yeah, I mean, I was still...
Go ahead, run it.
Go ahead.
No, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, like you guys have been saying, I mean, that's definitely my favorite holiday, too. Like I was joking about earlier, it's all I got left, man. Because, I mean, I still, like, I do the Christmas spirit, quote unquote, or whatever, because family, blah, blah, blah. Not Vin Diesel, just regular family. And, I mean, yes, I'm a fan of street racing and modifying my vehicles, but come on now. Anyway,
Well, when I buy my new car, I know who to come to get the hydraulics put in.
If you want, yeah, I could probably figure out hydraulics. I haven't done it because I'm not like into that per se, but I could probably figure it out for sure. I've done hydraulic.
Or is that too Mexican stereotype?
Well, I mean, you're half British too, so it
Right,
doesn't
well,
really
there
matter.
you go, right?
Maybe get a Mini and then put hydraulics on it. There you go.
That'd be good.
Yeah, then you're representing both sides of yourself.
There you go.
I mean, there's no hope for me anyway. I'm German, Polish, and Slovak, so I invaded myself and then just shouted a bunch from the side of the other country.
You know, that's funny. That's what I say about 4th of July. I was like, I have to celebrate independence for myself.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I broke
we
Jeff
just
with
killed
my
Jeff.
heritage comment.
Yeah, we broke Jeff.
You did.
I mean, yeah, Czechoslovakia. I mean, they just kind of sat there shouting, right? While, you know, Germany was invading Poland. I'm correct.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
And then, like, throughout my family and, like, talking to people in my family, I can't figure out if we were definitively in the Czech side or the Slovakia side. And then finally they were like, I'm pretty sure it's the Slovakia side. And I'm like, well, what the hell did Slovakia do in World War II? And that's the question that doesn't get answered.
We keep saying Czechoslovakia, and it's making me think of Stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stripes is a great movie, though, yeah.
Wow.
And, I mean, this is fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Koffin Click fun fact here
Okay.
that I don't like to repeat. So I was actually confirmed Catholic, and then I went into the army, and, you know, sit in a foxhole, foot march, and nowhere, whatever. You know, that whole thing didn't make a whole lot of sense anymore, like, in my brain, and, like, moral, and, like, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And, yeah, and within Catholic, what I remember of, you know, CCD, Christian, whatever the hell they called it, you know, school for doing confirmation. And
Not Catholicism.
CCD was the acronym, but I forgot what the hell it stood for. It's mood anyway. That was the one holiday, like when you go over like how the year goes by and blase blue, where it's like we don't talk about that. Like they would discuss Halloween, but it was not like
because there's no religious connotation behind it, which is why All Saints Day is the following day.
Yeah, exactly. And like essentially the Catholics made like All Saints Day as like the next day of, oh, let's recover now. Don't you got your rocks off or whatever you want to call it. We have this real day now, you know, like. So yeah, it was always like the one like holiday of like learning all that growing up. It's like, well, why is this one not messed with at all? I want to mess with that one. You know what I mean?
Right. Talking about Halloween or Christmas?
Halloween.
Oh.
And yeah, and I can definitely see where you're coming from because like growing up, like, oh hey, it's Halloween. Oh look, Halloween's over with. It's Thanksgiving. Like, no, don't blow past the thing that I like.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean it just means a lot to me. But the main thing I want to lean on is, like you guys were saying earlier with, like, the misfits and stuff. I haven't felt like I belong in the human race for a very long time. I don't know if that's ever apparent to you guys. But, yeah, that was always a thing from a pretty young age. And it was just nice to know there was a thing that was for us, as it were.
Right.
You know, where you can be the misfit toy or...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a terrible Christmas reference, actually,
Right.
now that I think about it, but
No, I get you.
anyway, yeah, just feeling like out of place and knowing that there's a holiday that's basically friggin' for that. It was always like, hell yeah, let's do this.
Right.
It's 100%. It's exactly how I feel about it. I have more in common with people around October than I do any other month of the year.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because like Thanksgiving and like Christmas and it's like, oh hey, stuff. I'm gonna go back to being spooky. Like
Yeah. Right. And I mean, I love eating, as you guys very well know.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But like Thanksgiving is like its own little thing within eating. So like it's not actually that big of a deal.
Not to get off topic, but my stepmom once said Thanksgiving is the most expensive shit you take throughout the year.
Yeah.
And I snorted kolachki like through my nose because she said it as I was eating. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
All right, so you ready for the kill count?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the kill count is 27 kills, 4 women, 16 men, and 7 kids.
Oh yeah,
The 7 kids on the bus.
So speaking of kids dying, it's not something that I will ever push. I am obviously not against it because I have children. But those little shits, not the ones on the bus. Not the ones on the bus.
Oh, the pranked ones?
The bullies.
Right.
They got what they deserved.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think bullies always get what they deserve in movies like this and stuff like that. So I'm always cheering that on. Because I don't like bullies. Like I mentioned before in other podcasts, I'm a bully's bully. I bully the bullies.
All right. Well, we're tired. But
yeah, we're getting old, gents, or something.
yeah.
Koffin ratings?
Yeah. Let's see the Koffin ratings for Trick or Treat.
All right. I'll go first. I give it 3.5 coffins.
5.
Yeah, I was gonna say
This
5
is-
coffins. This is like the what do you call it? Like the totem movie for Halloween, basically.
This movie gets me excited for Halloween, and it's normally what finishes Halloween for me.
Yeah.
It's either that or Pet Cemetery. But speaking of Stephen King, but I just want to tack something on before we get out of your guys' hair for Halloween. One, thank you for listening. For those of you who've listened, one all the way through to this episode, because this has been a lengthy one, and we greatly appreciate it. But I just want to thank everybody who's been checking us out, sharing us. Really appreciate it. And if you think that, oh, you guys are gonna, the boys are gonna not talk about horror. I promise you, November and December are gonna be just as bloody as October was for the movies that we're gonna go over.
I love the Krampus.
Yeah,
So
I was just
Christmas
going to say
is
that.
Nice.
Yeah, Christmas, Krampus, yep.
So it's been a while since I've said this, but if you have any suggestions, hit us up. All the social medias will be in the description.
Oh yeah.
And you enjoy the rest of your Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
Take care, y'all. Happy Halloween.